I tell myself I would never stop working out. I love it.
Yeah.
Then I travel.
Yeah.
It is so difficult and I feel so guilty coming back to continue that routine.
Yeah.
Is this a common challenge that you face with your clients?
Yes. I mean, usually that's when you need some kind of, I would say, you have to realize that we need help sometimes. Having someone that can keep you accountable is a massive help. And that's why a lot of people have me, because as soon as they get back from the holiday, they've got a message from me saying, I'll see you on Monday. If you know that's your personality, then you have to put a strategy in place to protect yourself from that. How do you put some accountability on you?
Welcome to another episode with Meal Planet. Truth on a Plate serves you facts, not fads. Today, a very interesting topic with David McCall. We're going to discuss balancing routine in our daily lifestyle and busy lifestyle. How do we fit a workout routine in a very busy lifestyle? David, welcome back. How are you, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Thanks for coming. David, what's your first advice, or what's your advice for someone who's trying to fit in a workout routine in a very busy lifestyle?
So my best advice to those who are extremely busy with limited time is two main things. The first would be you have to figure out realistically how much time can you actually dedicate to training? Whether it's, 1 hour a week, 2 hours a week, even if it's just 30 minutes per week, we have to figure out, usually there is a small time frame that people will say, okay, I only have 1 hour on a Monday to train. That's the first thing realistically we have to figure out. The second most important thing is to reduce and lower the barriers of resistance as much as possible.
Give me an example, please.
For example, if you say you only have 1 hour a day to train, or 1 hour 2 times a week to train, I'm not going to expect you to drive to the gym and train, come back home. We have to figure out, how can you train at home? Okay, so maybe you need to have equipment at home. Maybe you need to go to a gym that's on your way home. So these are some of the strategies that we need to figure out. Is one, optimizing the little time, and two, lowering the barriers to access to actually training. Because when you are limited with time and you have heavy resistance in terms of accessibility, you're less likely to actually do these things.
What is a reasonable amount of workouts per week that is needed to stay healthy and to feel good, to have energy?
I would say 2 should be at least achievable for most people. 2 hours per week, which is invested in yourself, dedicated to you. If you have to cut a little bit of time from somewhere else, like I said, lower the barriers to entry and try to find at least 2 hours.
What's the ideal number? I would say 4, maybe 5.
The ideal is probably 10. Like the more time you can dedicate, the quicker you're going to see results, the quicker you're going to improve.
But we're not going to have 10 hours.
We don't all have this luxury, And sometimes I have to have that conversation with some of my clients where, you're so busy, you're a working mom of 3, not you. But for example, if someone is, there's a limit to what you can achieve physically in terms of your composition, based on your lifestyle. So we have to be realistic and also, be happy with maybe just being 12% body fat as opposed to 8. Because to get to the 8, you're going to have to take time away from your kids, which is also not realistic.
22, I'm okay.
20 is also fine.
So listen, this is a very interesting topic, because when I first want to start, I always want to do like 5 hours. And then I realized I do 4. So it's a very good point that you bring up. Let's have a realistic expectation.
Yes, for sure. Because part of my job is some people put unrealistic pressure on themselves to achieve something that is unrealistic. We don't all have the same 24 hours at all. And you know that you have kids and you're running a business. You don't have the same 24 hours as a single personal trainer in the gym who has a 1 hour gap between clients and he's on the gym floor. He's on a full session and then he's back to work. You don't have that accessibility. So
do you recommend morning training or evening training? And I'm talking about busy professionals who are really busy.
Really, really busy, I would say that the best time for them to train is probably in the morning because they have more control of those hours. Your phone's probably not going off between 5 and 6 a.m. Maybe it is, but it's not going off as much as it is between 5 and 6 p.m.
Right.
So if they can, use those early hours to...
And do we have the energy to work out?
If you get to bed early.
Right. So it's a mindset, huh? It's a mindset.
Yeah. And, it's a mindset, and it's also... it's a necessity as well, and it's an investment in yourself, which you yourself are gonna benefit from, and the people around you will also benefit from.
I agree. I have one big challenge.
Yeah.
I've been training for a very long time,
Mm-hmm.
and I get into a routine and I balance it with my lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
and it works beautifully. And I tell myself I would never stop working out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it in the energy, at work, at health, better sleep. I love it.
Yeah.
Then I travel,
Yeah.
even just 2-3 days.
Yeah.
It is so difficult, and I feel so guilty coming back
Mm-hmm.
to continue that routine.
Yeah.
I cannot balance it.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a common challenge that you face with your clients?
Yes. I mean, usually that's when you need some kind of, I would say, this is when some kind of support comes in as well. So you're doing everything by yourself. You have to realize that we need help sometimes. Okay. So having someone that can keep you accountable is a massive help. And that's why a lot of people have me, because as soon as they get back from the holiday, they've got a message from me saying, I'll see you on Monday.
Yeah.
And there's no avoiding that. You know?
Right.
So if you know that's your personality, then you have to put a strategy in place to protect yourself from that. So how do you put some accountability on you? Okay, I hire a trainer, or I make sure that, so-and-so is going to message me to take me.
Gotcha.
So you have to put strategies in place when you see what your weaknesses are.
I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
However, the challenge is prior to traveling, it's a routine, it's balanced. I love it. I'm energized.
Yeah.
When I come back, not
Yes.
necessarily vacation or just work trip, business trip,
Yes.
then getting back on that routine,
Yeah.
it's no longer the motivation that let's go work out. I'm just physically tired.
Yes.
So
But
how do you change that mindset?
the best way I can suggest it is that if you wait to be motivated, you're not really going to achieve anything. A lot of things that you have to do are discipline based as opposed to motivation based.
Right.
So it's not, I'm not. The thought process shouldn't be I'm not motivated. The thought process should be I'm disciplined enough to do things that I know I have to do if
You're
you want
right.
it to be successful. And you don't shy away from those things. You probably don't do a lot of things. There's probably a lot of things in your role that you don't want to do or you're not motivated to do, which could be tedious, but they have to get done. Yeah.
I agree.
And it's exactly the same.
Does it make a difference as, let's say I overcome this the first trip, the second trip, do you think when we start seeing results,
Yes.
that motivation becomes like the support system that we need?
For sure. Action builds motivation. And especially when you start seeing results, that's going to accelerate or triple your motivation for sure. But the first step is action. And it's being disciplined with that action. Sometimes what you might find is that your routine is you're going, like you said, you were going 5 times a week, you were going this. And then when you come back from your trip, you're thinking about the level of output that you had before you went on the trip.
True.
Which is overwhelming for you because you're not going to get that back straight away. What I would strategize is let's just go and do a light session, build yourself back up to that work ethic.
Since we're talking about building a sustainable routine,
Yeah.
let's say I want to work out in the morning. Does it matter if I woke up so tired and I feel guilty? Is it okay if I train in the evening, or is it do you insist that we have the same routine at all time?
I mean, I would definitely try to stick to the timings that you commit to. So like I said, if you can commit to 2 mornings per week, let's stick to those. Let's commit to those mornings, whether we're not feeling, because you're not going to feel good all the time. And if every time you don't feel good, but what I can guarantee is that you're never going to do a session at the start where you don't feel good and come out of it still not feeling good.
You're right.
You're going to be happy that you did that session no matter what.
Right.
Whether if it was, 60% of your usual effort, you're still going to be happy with what you achieved
I agree.
in that session. So
to summarize this, man, build a sustainable routine. It's like mindset and discipline.
yeah, it's discipline over motivation.
Got you. Got you. David, this has been really, really great. I've enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Did you enjoy this conversation? Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok for more.